Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and today we are going to talk about Temporal Artifact Remnants. I recently made the video again about Artifact Remnants, and I promised you that there will also be one about the Temporal Artifact Remnants. It's similar to the original ones, but there are differences, especially in the exchange we're going to talk about later. And at the level it all starts, so I separated those in two videos and I will talk you through it today. I have one temporal artifact on the needed level yet, and that's the Great Eye of Error. And if we look there, it is on level 8 of 12. Usually, you know, the normal artifacts had 20 levels and all of this remnant stuff started at level 15. But if we look here, in the details, the normal upgrades where you need shards for it goes up to level 8, and from then those are the remnant levels, and from this stage you need those temporal remnants to upgrade the temporal artifacts past level 8. The good thing is that we find a way to get them in the same section as the normal artifact remnants, and that's in the artifact refinery. And as you remember, for the normal ones, their shards will appear here, and then you can exchange those shards to remnants, and then you can exchange those remnants again to upgrade whatever artifact you want that's beyond level 15. In this case, it's a little bit more complicated. We have different sections here, and you don't see any shards here, you just see exchanges here. And that's because it's not working with shards. You need temporal disruptors. The temporal disruptors you need originally to get the shards for all the temporal artifacts, but you also need them now to get those temporal remnants. And you have 4 different exchanges here, but you only see one in color and the rest is gray, and I definitely will tell you why that is. But if we go to the colored one first, there I can exchange 600 temporal disruptors for 40 temporal remnants. The nice thing they did here, which I missed on a lot of other things, is if you look at the bottom right, there's a plus, and if you click that, you can just use as many as you have at the same time and don't have to click and click and click and click. You can exchange a lot of them at the same time. That's annoying with some other things, and I really like that they introduced that here for the exchanges. Unfortunately, I don't own that many temporal disruptors that I really have use for that at the moment, but I hope over time that will be a bit better. But this is just the one exchange you saw that is not gray, and it says 1 times level 8 temporal artifact, and that is the reason why you only see one of those in color. The next one would be even nicer, because for the same exchange I would get not 40 temporal remnants, I would get 48. On the third one I would get 60 instead of 40, and on the fourth one I would get 90 instead of 40. But this doesn't have to do with the level of the thing or whatever. The only reason why I cannot use the other exchanges yet is they depend on the number of temporal artifacts you own that already have reached level 8. If you have one, like I do, or like me, you can only use the 1 time level 8 exchange. If you have 2 on level 8 already, you can use the second one. If you have 3, you can use the third one. And if you have 5 level 8 temporal artifacts, you can use the 5th one. That's the secret behind that. And so that is the whole thing. If you use the info box, you can also see that. And you see that the price is always the same. It's 600 temporal disruptors you need to pay. But for the first one, you get 40, then 48, 60, and 90. So I will not do a lot of exchanges at the moment because the temporal disruptors I also need to unlock other artifacts. But in the end, when I have 5 or more of those temporal artifacts on level 8, then this is much better price ratio here with more than double, with 125% of what you get for what you pay. So this is the whole secret behind this. But if we go back to the temporal artifacts, you will see that I'm not very close to that, because I sped up the Eye of Error because it makes the other ones cheaper, but the next temporal artifacts, I'm even working on unlocking most of them. So bringing them beyond level 8 is not my biggest concern at the moment. And that probably will be the case with many of my viewers, but I still wanted to show this. I finally have one on 8, so the whole thing appeared in my refinery, and I finally could show it. So that's why I decided that I already introduce you in the Temporal Artifact Remnants with this video. If you have been, let's say, a bit more generous to Scopely and have more temporal artifacts on level 8 and you're using that, please feel free to tell us. And if you have anything to add to what I said about the Temporal Artifact Remnants, please put it in the comments under the video or on our Discord. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.